So, Julian, one of the main issues for either renewables assets across the board is the grid, and that's not an exception in Germany. You, as a developer, how do you deal with the issue? And is Germany, as a country, doing anything to solve the problem?
Yeah, these are two very, very good questions. So first of all, the grid is a bottleneck in Germany, or if not the main bottleneck currently.
Yeah.
And what you can do as a developer to overcome this hurdle or to circumvent this challenge is unfortunately a little bit tricky to answer, but because you are exposed to a monopolist regulated market environment. So you have a grid operator in the area you want to connect, and normally there's only this grid operator. So you have to deal with this grid operator. And if this grid operator is not giving you proper answers you want to have to connect, you need to find a way to convince the grid operator to connect you if it is technically feasible. So first of all, what you can do is, as a developer, you need to have proper engineering capabilities and understanding of how substation and the grid is working, that you can speak on an arm's length with the grid operator to discuss on a high technical level, to make the grid operator aware they are not speaking with someone not understanding the market, understanding the technology. And if you have this door open and you feed in the door, the grid operators start to become more hands-on and you can discuss with them technical solutions. This is one thing. And the second step is the site assessment needs to be done properly. So today in Germany, everybody is rushing to grid and is applying everywhere for grid. Although 80% of the project sites will never materialize. Zombie projects, exactly. And as a developer, especially these days in time, you need to proper make an site assessment beforehand. You need to check, okay, how strong is the grid there? Is there really a chance to connect because of space in the substation? You have to call the grid operator. Normally the grid operator cannot tell you that much because of transparency issues. The grid operator has to treat everyone the same. So if he gives you an answer, he had to call all the other developers to give the same answer. So this is okay. So basically you have two options. You are technical super experienced and you can discuss it at the same level with the TSO or DSO, and you do a proper site selection. But this is the only things you can do currently.
But is the process in Germany, can it be changed in any way to help developers to move projects along?
So first of all, there's a lot of complaints from the grid operators in Germany that the process is not fit for purpose. I tend to agree 50% with that, but on the other side, they have all the tools and leverages to get rid of a lot of zombie projects already while applying for grid. So first of all, the regulations and the acts in Germany are not super fit for purpose, but there would be enough headroom and leverage to create not a lot of zombie projects, first of all.
So with the current regulations, that can be done?
Yeah. For example, especially on the 20 kV and 110 kV level, so the DSO level, there's a specific regime called ENVG. I don't translate it now. In this regulation, the grid operator basically has the complete freedom what he requests from an applicant. So the grid operator can even ask you for a financing letter, for example. So and if you cannot deliver it, he can tell to you, hey, I will not work on your application.
You're not on the queue.
Exactly. So they have all the options to clean up the queue already from the beginning. Retroactively, different story. I'm not a lawyer. On the TSO level, it's a little bit a different story because there's this specific regulation called Gerstner. Agree with the grid operators. It's a first come first serve principle, in principle, but back in the times until today, not every of the 4 TSOs has used this Gerstner regulations and has invited zombie projects to apply, because the Gerstner regulation requires grid study costs, requires reservation fee, and if you're not requesting it, everybody will apply.
That's right. And that's where the 500 gigawatts queue comes in.
Amongst us.
And that's what overwhelms the regulators.
Exactly. And can Germany do something to improve the situation? For sure. The regulator and or the government, so the respective ministry, for sure they need to work and establish a proper storage grid connection act. This is not existing. We need this in the country. Everybody would agree, I guess. I speak here, I think, for the industry. But on the other side, the grid operators, they complain a little bit too much about. So.
Thank you. We'll definitely keep a close eye on your pipeline of projects, because I know there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot of.
But thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.